guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you haven't subscribed then please do. So I realized that I've been back to Malaysia so many times, and one of the things I've never done is a food vlog on all the amazing varieties of food that Malaysia has to offer. Malaysia is one of the places I get so excited to come back to just because the food is so awesome and there are so many varieties that literally you need so much time in order to really taste everything. So for those of you that don't know, Malaysia is located in the Southeast Asia region. Some of the predominant ethnicities that are in Malaysia include Malays, Chinese, and Indians, and because of that we have such an amazing variety of culture, food, and tastes. And this is what makes Malaysia such a foodie destination, just because there's all these different ethnicities, foods to try. But then in addition you get cuisines like Nyonya, which is essentially a combination of Malay plus Chinese cuisine, and it's a hybrid fusion that basically you end up being able to savor extra delicious food. So in this vlog I really wanted to take you guys, show you kind of the must-eats when you're in Malaysia to really get a taste of what Malaysian food is like. But without further ado, let's jump to it. Hey guys, so right now I am at a seafood restaurant called Pantai Seafood Restaurant, and this is what we would maybe classify as like Malaysian Chinese cuisine. It's technically a restaurant and you can come here either lunch or dinner. It's the kind of place that you would come with a few people because you would order a lot of dishes, maybe have it with rice and just kind of share a few different plates. So this place is not really in the central city area, it's in a place called PJ, Petaling Jaya. But why I would really recommend coming to this place is because the seafood is really awesome and quite affordable as well. You can order meat dishes, veggie dishes, seafood dishes as well, but I think they really do amazing seafood dishes, and they have a lot of like, I don't really know how to describe Malaysian Chinese cuisine accurately. Like, it's a bit of a combination of a lot of things, but I have to say like this place has kind of the best innovative dishes that you would be able to find from Malaysian Chinese cuisine. So here we have potato leaves. It's kind of just really lightly stir-fried, but it's kind of one of the dishes. You can't really find potato leaves in every country, so it's something that we like to have. And then this here is personally my favorite. So this is what we call in Mandarin like 4大天王, which if you literally translated it, it means like 4 big kings. And the idea behind that is that there are different kinds of like veggies in here. There's 4, so you have like your eggplant, you have like your long string beans. This is something we call lady's fingers or okra. And then, what's the 4th bean? It's like a little bean that looks like a bigger edamame bean, but they don't have it in today's one for some reason. This is also done in a belacan sao, which is very unique to like Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Singapore kind of region. This is also one of my favorites. Like, if only you guys could smell how it smells. So this is basically what we call butter prawns, but it's a dry version, and that's why you see it like not saucy, but instead kind of like shredded egg bits. And then these are curry leaves that kind of give it the really fragrant smell. So like I said, you can have it in like a more wet version or the dry version. This is the dry one, but we really like eating these bits as well. So yeah. And guys, look at this. Okay, so this is salted egg yolk crab, and you can see the crab and the whole thing. You can see these bits are actually salted egg. It's very not friendly for cholesterol, but it's really, really yummy. And ooh, this, I guess, like, yeah, we normally have it maybe with prawns as well. Like, you can do it with a prawn combination, but for this one we've chosen to do it with the crab. And then finally we have this scallop dish. So this is a dish I love having in Hong Kong as well. It's like scallops, and we have it with the vermicelli there as well, and it's with garlic, just a lot of garlic, but it's really, really yummy and really something you should try either if you're in Hong Kong or in Malaysia, wherever it's good. But it's so yummy, but you need gum after this. Hey guys, so today I'm at one of my really favorite restaurants when I'm back in KL. This restaurant is, I guess, a place that you could come for either lunch or dinner, and it is essentially like Malaysian Chinese cuisine again. So this restaurant's called Lao Hang Seafood, and it's pretty much like the best of Malaysian Chinese cuisine that you can find. We really love coming here for either the curry fish head or also for like the butter prawn squid or prawns, and you can get that in either the dry version or the more saucy version. So today we've ordered 4 dishes. We got the curry fish head, which is definitely a must try when you're here. We've got the butter prawns and squid in a sauce today instead of the dry version. We've got the 4 Big Kings vegetable dish again in a belacan sauce, and so that's basically like a prawn paste that is quite unique to, I guess, the Malaysian, Singaporean and Indonesian countries. And then we also have a dish with pipis in a not say medicine, but it's in a kind of soupy clear broth with goji berries and ginger. It has a kind of herbal taste to it. Then lastly we have the sweet potato leaves again, and we've got that in like kind of a clear stir-fried style that's really yummy as well. Hey guys, so today I am having one of my most favorite meals ever, and this is what we call Bak Kut Teh. So the direct translation of it basically means pork bone tea. So legend has it that in the past, when the Chinese people migrated over to like the Malaysia, Singapore region, they pretty much brought over like their own herbs as well, and they would put it in a broth, put pork meat as well, and that's where you get the whole Bak Kut Teh dish itself, or the name of it. The reason why they have tea, or why it's called Bak Kut Teh, which is pork bone tea, is apparently because while they are eating like this pork herb dish, they would also have tea with it, and that's why you have all 3 of the words combined together. Typically we have this for breakfast, but we can also have it for lunch. So here we have a dry version, which is just without the soup base. Then we have like the normal version, which is it's just basically like cooked in herbs and a broth, and it's a really nice broth to be like to kind of drink as soup as well. We also got another dish which is pork in a vinaigrette kind of style as well, and then lastly we got braised chicken feet and some veggies as well. Flavor wise, Bak Kut Teh is quite herby, so if you think of like the Chinese medicines, those kind of herb flavors, that's what it's like. This variation is a bit more soy saucy, so you can, that's why that it has a bit of a darker kind of texture and color to it. And in KL you will be able to find like Bak Kut Teh pretty much everywhere, but if you want to go to the place where it originated from, definitely go to Klang, because that is where there's a port, and that's where Bak Kut Teh in Malaysia kind of originated from, especially within the KL kind of region. So tonight we have come to an area called Bagan in Port Klang. So this is around like 1.5 hours, 1 hour 15-minute drive from central KL, which would be like the KLCC area. And basically like there are a couple of seafood restaurants here that are great if you really like having seafood. So we picked out a restaurant called Port Village Restaurant, and we're coming here to have seafood tonight. So this is my first time here, and I've never been here before. My family also haven't come here in a really long time. But basically this place kind of gives me the vibe of like Lama Island or Peng Sao back in Hong Kong, like how we have those little islands where you go to have seafood. It exactly has that kind of vibe. So we've ordered 5 dishes tonight. So first off we've ordered the Gum Hang crab, which basically is a combination of like shrimp and some curry leaves as well, kind of stir fried. Second dish that we've ordered is a nestum prawn, which is essentially like oats but in a prawn style. It's a very Malaysian thing. Thirdly, we've ordered a bamboo clam dish, but she named it weird dish, like a weird flavor dish, so we don't actually know what the name is. She literally said it's a weird flavor dish. So these are bamboo clams. And then fourth we have the sweet potato leaves again, just kind of stir fried in a clear kind of garlic broth. And fifth we have the Hokkien noodles, because I love Hokkien noodles and I haven't had it this trip. So if you do really love seafood, then I do recommend you do come here, but it is a bit out of the way. It's like an hour-and-a-half drive out from central KL, but I think the atmosphere is really fun. The food here is very typical Malaysian cuisine, so if you want to try more of Malaysian food, then it might be worth coming here. So just finished dinner, and dinner was super amazing. I love the crab meat just because it was really fresh, and I think I would have preferred to do the crab meat in the butter the buttercream sauce, but the lady did say that it was a bit too creamy just because we also got the crab that had the eggs in it as well. So she said that if we did the buttercream sauce plus the eggs together, it would probably be too rich. But overall, the dishes that we got were quite nice. The clam one was a bit unique. We did order a few too spicy dishes, and I think we were probably wanting to have like less spicy dishes, but it's a really nice atmosphere, so do come here if you enjoy seafood because there's a great variety of foods you can order. So tonight I'm here with my friends who wanted to take me out for Nyonya Cuisine, and since they are probably experts more at this cuisine, I thought I would ask them. So this is Ryan and Gameng, and and they have grown up in Malaysia, so they probably know this culture a lot more. So I just want to ask guys, what is Nyonya culture or cuisine?
I'm not an expert in Nyonya culture, but for me, the food is amazing. It's something that you really have to experience for yourself firsthand. When you want to really immerse yourself in the Baba Nyonya style of culture.
So I heard that Nyonya Cuisine was basically a combination of like Malay and Chinese foods.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how did it come about?
Historically, it was the immigration of Chinese people to Malaysia and then the intermingling of the races, and then how the food became a fusion of the two, or the best of both worlds came together and produced this unique concoction whereby flavors that have never been experienced before, are presented, and when people try it, it's just something that you can never expect when you see the ingredients that they use.
Okay, and so how would you describe like the flavors of it? Like what kind of flavors does it kind of lean toward?
It's more on the very savory end, but they are very good in terms of their desserts as well. The sweet aspect. So they are very good in terms of balancing all the different flavor palettes that people tend to, like the umami flavors and all these kind of things come into play.
Yeah.
So there's a very good balance when it comes to, how the food dances on your tongue and everything like that.
Yeah. And so what are your favorite like Nyonya Cuisine dishes?
One would be the sambal petai.
Yeah.
Sambal petai can be with prawns, can be with squid, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Chicken pong teh. But petai would be a bit on the strong side. Some people might not like the smell.
And you?
The pong teh, chicken pong teh.
So yeah, we're here at Shelley Yu's here for dinner tonight, and we're just trying a variety of dishes out, and we will show you what it's like. Good morning guys. So I was really craving Bak Kut Teh again. I really craved that kind of soupy herbal broth. So we decided to come to Klang, where Bak Kut Teh was originally from. I'm really excited to be at this place before. I've never actually been to this Bak Kut Teh place, and it's called Seng Li, which is I guess a translation of like winning. But basically I love the vibes of this place. Like if you can see, it's really retro and very street side food kind of thing, and just like the whole decorations, the interior, it has a very retro vibe. It has that kind of old classical feeling. So today we're just getting the normal kind of dishes again. So one is the soupy broth that you can see, and also like the dried version as well, but it just looks really good. I'm really excited to have it, and then just have more Bak Kut Teh while we're here in Klang. So I'm gonna try the soup and just see how it is. It's very nice. I feel like it's not as herbally as the other place that we went to before, but it definitely has like a richness to it, and you can definitely feel and taste, you can definitely taste the broth. And then I'm gonna try the pork. Very well done, very nice and tender. And then here I'm going to try the dried version as well. This has a very strong garlic taste. Not as saucy as the other place that we had, which might be good because it's not as like I guess heavy in terms of that savory, salty taste. And then you have it with the tea. And I think the tea combination kind of neutralizes the salt flavor to kind of make it a bit more clear, clean broth kind of thing. And just a little fun fact, so apparently this restaurant here has been running for like 40 to 50 years already, so it's a generational thing as well. It's ideal for you to come around like 8:15, 8:30 in the morning, just because the texture of the pork is at its best. Like it isn't too soft, that it's just kind of that good delicate balance of like chewy, soft and tender, but not too overcooked. And the cute thing about this place is apparently like, so in the morning you have like the mother that looks after the shop, and then in the afternoon onwards you have the daughter that looks after the shop. So I guess between the two, I actually like both of them. This place has definitely, I think the whole environment and vibe of that restaurant kind of adds to the whole authenticity and localness of the experience, but I would definitely say the other place is a bit more heavier and richer in terms of flavor. Both are really nice, and both I would say are quite good representations of like what Bak Kut Teh is. I think it would just come down to like location and convenience. If you haven't been to Klang before, then do come out here, because again, this is the home of like where Bak Kut Teh is from. So one of the other things you have to try when you're in Malaysia is to try out a mamak stall. Today we are at a mamak stall called Kayu, and basically mamak stalls serve, I guess, a lot of curries with rice or roti dishes. I never knew this before, but roti apparently was something that came from Malaysia and Singapore itself, just because in the past, like I guess what Indians eat, I heard, are more so the prata dishes, and so roti was something that they brought over when Indian immigrants moved over to Malaysia. So if you're a huge curry fan like I am, then you will really enjoy coming to like the mamak stalls, because mamak essentially means Indian Muslim, and they basically have a lot of different variety of curries like lamb, beef, chicken, and you can have it with roti or rice depending on what you like, but the flavors and the spices are really, really yummy and very, very tasty as well. So when I come have roti, I love to get the roti with the egg. I just like that kind of more filling texture to it, and roti is very nice and chewy as well. So today I've gone for curries which include lamb, chicken, sotong, which is like squid, and also like some veggies on the side. And then we also got one of the specialties, which is what we call roti tissue. It is probably as thin as a tissue, but it's very, very tall, as you can see. It's on the sweet side, so usually they kind of layer it with like condensed milk and sugar as well. Very, very crispy compared to the normal savory rotis that you would have with your curries. So basically when you come, you can order whatever curry dishes that you want. They have such a wide variety that it's really up to you and like what you feel like. You can order one, you can order multiple, it's up to you. It's basically like you pick as you choose, and then basically they calculate it depending on like what dishes you chose. Overall, one of my favorites was probably the chicken. The lamb itself was a bit too tough for my liking. I prefer it more tender, but the chicken flavors are quite nice. The butter chicken itself was a bit on the sweet side, which is a bit different to what I'm usually used to when I have it in Australia or other places. Other things you have to try as well is this. So this is called Darek. So Darek in Malay actually means pull or stretch, and that's why they call it Darek. Teh is tea. So it's just simply because of how it's made. Like when they make the tea, they kind of pull it and stretch it kind of thing, and that's why it's called that. I got it in the cold version today, but you can get it in a hot version as well, but it's really, really nice and quite smooth. And then I'm going to try the tissue. So I broke a piece. See how thin it is, and like it's really, really nice. So you can actually see here there is like the condensed milk layers, whereas on the inside, this side is like dry and everything. Anyways guys, that wraps up the foodie tour this trip. I hope I showed you a lot of like the different kind of varieties of food that Malaysia has to offer. One of the things that I did miss was nasi lemak, which is traditional Malay cuisine. I didn't have enough time to go there or stomach to go there as well, but it's something you can try when you're here as well. Hope you guys have found this video useful, and if you do, please like and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye!
So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet.